And we are back here at Summit Point Motorsports Park for the DC Region Majors Tour stop here. Group number 7 getting ready to take the field. That is our Spec Racer Ford 3, starting 17th in the number 9 car is Steve Spurrell. Starting 16th in the 08 car, Nicholas DeMio. Starting 15th in the 49 car, Ken Riley. Starting 14th in the 25, Aaron Meisner. Starting 13th in the 5, Mark Goodman. Starting 12th in the 15, Mike Kosuth. Starting 11th in the 74, Joe Blanks. Starting 10th in the number 3 car, J. Mark Wendling. Starting 9th in the 50 car, Greg Cirillo. Starting 8th in the 69 car, Daryl Steen. My apologies for that. Starting 7th in the 55, Sam Schlechter. Starting 6th in the number 11 car, Jisoo Kim. Starting 5th in the 21, Brian Cates. Starting 4th in the 01 car, Chris Current. Starting 3rd in the 6 car, GC Angelini. Starting 2nd in the 27 car, Peter Phillips. And our first position, the number 17 of Jeffrey Lanier. Alrighty, so we are pretty well represented throughout the United States. I see Tennessee, New Jersey, Connecticut, Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and I believe a New York in there. So this field is heavily representative throughout the United States, Jeff. And we have 17 cars on the starting grid. Once we get going here, we'll be able to figure out how many we got out there. But this is a pretty decent-sized field right here. I would say we have at least 15 out there.
Yeah, looks good.
Yep, underneath the pace car, and everybody's scrubbing their tires, getting a little heat in them already. I'm sure the track temperature is up there as well right now as we're sitting at a nice 80 degrees, Jordan.
Turns 3 and 4 as the pace car comes by me now, and these Fords wiggling back and forth, warming those tires up a bit. Shouldn't take much with it being as nice as it is out, and I was enjoying that break, catching a little suntan, Kevin.
It absolutely sucks. This is the last race of the day. I'm not done yet. I want one more. Can we call for an encore?
We can get you out there.
As the
Bring those spit
pace
Miatas
car
back
comes,
out.
there you go. That's the race we want to call. But, you know, it's been a beautiful weekend out here at Summit Point Raceway. I appreciate all the help that I've had between Jeff Jordan and especially our IT man, Tim. You held this whole thing together all weekend long. Gives us the opportunity to have some fun, call some races. The pace car has the lights out, and it looks as if they are going to start doing a double file as they go up through the hill into 9. Tim, you got about 30 seconds before they're all yours to call the start of the race. Let's have a good race, boys. One more to go for the weekend.
All
Tim?
right. Thank you, sir. This is the final race of the day here at Summit Point for the Majors Tour for the DC region. And here we go. The Pace SUV is pulling onto the pit area now. And we are formed up 2 by 2 out front. Let's see if our starter likes it. All right, coming out of turn number 10 right now. The green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Summit Point, and it's looking like the 17 of Jeffrey Lanier has a little bit of the nose out advantage right there.
Oh,
we are going to go
3
wide. Wide at the front, going 3 wide at the front. Lanier, Phillips, and Angelini 3 wide out front, and I believe Angelini is going to be able to make that stick going through. So jumping from 3rd out the front, that was kind of a cool little jump there towards the end. All right, on their way to you right now. I believe it's GC Angelini in that number 6 car. On the way to you right now, Jordan.
Still waiting for him, and here they pop up out of turn 3. It is the number 6 car, Angelini, still in front with 27-17 and 21 behind him, Kevin.
As they come down through the short chute, Angelini must have made a power move going into 1 and into 2. He holds the lead coming down through 6A, heading into 6B. There's only about a car length and a half between the top 3. As Angelini, Phillips, and Lanier, they continue to trade spots. You got Current, Gates, and Schechter following behind single file as they head up the hill. You got 6, 17, 27 as they go through 9 up the hill under the bridge. Over to you, Tim.
Alrighty, taking a look at what's coming out of turn number 10 now. We are single file coming out of turn number 10. And I do see Brian Cates running in 4th right now. And let's get this reset as we're going across the stripe. So, GC Angelini, Peter Phillips, Jeff Lanier, Brian Cates. That is our top 4 as we're going down into the braking zone, going into turn number 1. Looking on back here, actually our whole field is past us right now, going into turn number 1. Everybody is nice and single file going through 1, through the apex there. Coming out of turn number 2, it is still GC Angelini out front, but right on his heels is Peter Phillips in that 17. Jordan?
They come now out of 2 into 3 and out of 3s. It's still Angelini in the front. Phillips behind him and Lerner in 3rd. As they're single file and starting to bunch up a bit, and it's going to be too wide here. Coming around 5th and 6th place into turn 5, Kevin.
I'll sort that out as the leaders come down through 6A into 6B. Angelini, Phillips, Lanier, Cates, Current. They're all nose to tail as they come out of 7, heading up over into 8. The back of the pack, they single filed, and you got Angelini, Phillips, Lanier, Cates, Curtin, Schechter, Kim, and Stein. That would be your top 8 as they head up over the hills, single file, heading towards 10. Tim?
GC Angelini out front, not even a car length in between him and Phillips, making their way down through start-finish line here, and that is opening up at about 3 car lengths between Phillips and Lanier as they're making their way down into the braking zone, and it's looking like Cates and Lanier side by side going into turn number 1. Is Brian going to be able to make it? Yep, moved Brian Cates on up to our 3rd overall right now. Angelini, Phillips, Cates, Lanier, and Current. That is our current top 5. Actually, it's looking like Lanier and Cates are side by side. Cates tucking it back in, taking back 4th position. Jordan?
Still Angelini in front, trying to cut the corner a little bit. Was the 17-car Lerner trying to close that gap? It's about a half a car now as they come down through 4 and into 5, and Lerner got a little loose as he came out of 4, Kevin.
As they come down out of 4 through the short chute into 5, they single file Angelini, Phillips, Lanier, Cates. Current following behind by about another 2.5 car lengths past them. Now let's see as they come by me. They've been jockeying for position. 6, 27, 17. You got Angelini, Phillips, Lanier, Cates as they head up over the hill into 9, under the bridge, coming to 10. Tim, over to you.
All right, taking a look here. GC Angelini with not even a car length again this time, with Peter Phillips right on the back door as he's coming down through turn number 10. And I believe that is Jisoo Kim just kicked up a little bit of dust as he was coming through turn number 10. Back out front, GC Angelini and Peter Phillips. Jeff?
Yeah, Jisoo Kim was trying to make some moves earlier, and I don't know what happened. He just backed off. Maybe he said, it's not my time, and I'm going to wait. And that's, I think, when he kicked up that dust, he realized, okay, let me take a second.
He's sitting at 6 right now. Usually he's one of our guys that runs up front with these guys. He might be just sitting back and taking it for a ride right now and then letting everybody else wear it out.
That's
Jordan?
the smart thing.
Jordan? Still the 6 car, the 27 to 17, 1, 2, 3 like it has been. Looks like Current is trying to make a little bit of a move if he can get a little bit more momentum coming through this technical section, Kevin.
As they come down through the technical session, the top 5, Angelini, Phillips, Lanier, and Cates, Current, they all hold the current positions. Jisoo Kim, I've mentioned this before, in a 20-plus lap race, he has a habit of coming through for a late race charge, but currently he sits in 6th as he heads up over the hill. Angelini, Phillips, Lanier, Cates, Current, over to you, Tim.
Hey, Tim, real quick, we've got number 74 on the side. I don't know if anything is wrong, but he's definitely stopped. He is not moving, sitting inside.
Yes, that's 74 of Joe Blanks. He actually came out turn number 2. Seemed like he was under power. Was going to pull off on the one side. I believe he tried to get it going again and was not able to, so he's sitting off to the outside of the track here. Thank you, Jeff. Back up front, GC Angelini and Peter Phillips were side by side going into turn number 1. I think we might have had a little bit of a change up here. I do know Brian Cates is still running 4th, and it is the 27 of Peter Phillips out front, Jordan.
It is the 27 of Peter Phillips, and it's got number 6, Angelini, right on his bumper as they go into 4 and on their way out as they make that hard left-hand turn, Kevin.
Angelini comes down to the inside, drops to driver's side left. He can't make that pass. He tucks back in behind Phillips. Phillips still leading about a car and a half length coming out of 6, heading over into 7. You got Phillips leading Angelini. Then you have the 17 of Lanier. Cates following right behind him by about a car length and a half to 3 as they head up over the hill under the bridge. Leaders coming to you, Tim.
2 car lengths separating Phillips and Angelini as they're coming through turn number 10 right now. Let's let them cross the stripe and we'll do a quick little recap of what we got going on. All right, passing the line right now, Peter Phillips just turned a 122.329, his fastest lap since he got started. And Peter Phillips, Angelini, Lanier, Cates, and Current, that is our top 5. As we have an emergency vehicle entering the track over here by pit out, and I believe he is going to go over and assist the number 74 car. Back up front, it's Peter Phillips on the way to you, Jordan.
Here they come now. It is still Phillips in the lead with Angelini being able to close down a little bit. Closing down on Angelini is Jeffrey Lerner as he's trying to make a little bit of a run as they come into these tight turns, Kevin.
As they come down out of the short chute, Phillips, Angelini, Lerner, and Cates Current, they still hold their positions as they are. But I look at the scoring monitor. You got Jae-Soo Kim, 121.6. He's less than 1/10 off of the leader's pace. He's starting to gain. It will be changing before the end of this race. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Phillips, Angelini, Lerner, Cates, and Current, all single file as they head under the bridge, heading up to 10. Over to you, Tim.
All right, we are being shown the white flag down at turn number 1, meaning that there are emergency vehicles on the track at turns 1 and 2. Not seeing any yellows down that way. Yes, a local yellow at turn number 2, meaning these guys cannot pass going through turn number 2. Back up front, about car length separating our top 4 apiece. Peter Phillips, Angelini, Lanier, and Cates as they're going into turn number 1. They are going to have to stay inside track as they're making their way through 2 and 3 because the emergency vehicles helping the number 74. So Peter Phillips in that 27 is on the way to you, Jordan.
And he's still in the lead in that blue 27 car. He's got Angelina behind, and then Lerner, and number 21, Cates. He was trying to make a move coming out of 16 last lap. Looks like he's lost a little bit of time coming back through the track. Kevin.
As they come down through 5, Phillips, Angelini, Lanier, Cates, and Current, they all hold their positions. Again, Jae-Soo Kim cut the fastest lap at 121.2. That's only 1/10 faster than the leader. He is closing in. He is my late race favorite. Let's see what happens as this goes along. Your leaders are underneath the bridge, heading up over to 10. Tim?
All right, keeping an eye out for them as they're coming out of turn number 10. See pretty much the same thing this time around again, Jeff. About a car length separating the 27 and the 6, back to the 17 and the 21 of Phillips, Angelini, Lanier, and Cates.
Oh, we've got some movement in the front.
Yes, we do. We are side by side with Peter Phillips and GC Angelini. Angelini is able to overtake Phillips going into turn number 1. Is it going to stick coming out? I think they're side by side again. They can't be.
Close
I'm
enough.
not sure what's going on there, but he's going to have to make a move because we got that emergency vehicle. All right, it is still Peter Phillips out front, Jordan.
Phillips still out front. Angelini trying to get around on his left side on the outside. Angelini's got a fast car, and he's able to close that gap a little bit more as they're coming into 4 and on their way out of 4. It's a tight battle for 1, 2, and 3, Kevin.
As they come down into 5, that battle from 1 to 3, not only 1 to 3, but let's include Cates in the 4th position. That bunches up as they come down through the carousel of 6A and 6B. It's Phillips leading Angelini, Lanier, and Cates. Current just about 6 car lengths behind. Again, Jae-Soo Kim, he closes the gap. He's on the hunt as he heads up over the hill underneath the bridge. Yes, I'm rooting for the 11. I'm not supposed to as they head to 10. Come to you, Tim.
Why aren't you supposed to root for the 11? All right, Jae-Soo Kim is on the move right now as he's going nose to tail with Chris Current going down the front stretch here. Is he going to be able to make it before he gets to turn number 1? Let's stick with Current and Kim right now.
I think he made
He
it.
got it. Go ahead and move Jisoo Kim up to 5th overall right now during this race. But back out front, our top 5, actually our top 8, are pretty well together up here, Jordan, as the 27 is on his way to you.
The leader, 27, Peter Phillips, on his way through with Angelini right behind him, and Lerner and Cage trying to fight their way back, but it looks like Kim able to get around Current as they came down the stretch. Down to you, Kevin.
As they come down through, they're going to have the track truck pulling the 74 up through 9 as we have the white flag displayed out in corner 6. So it's going to get tight for the leaders just to come up on the track truck as the 27, 6, 17, 21, and 11 are heading up over the hill. All move driver's side left of the track truck, make a clean by as they go under the bridge. Heading over to you, Tim.
All right, taking a look at this. It looks like Brian Cates wants to make a move here and get himself up. And here we go. Called that one good. Brian Cates taking over the number 3 position here on the start-finish line going down the front stretch. And we are side by side with Phillips and Angelini up front. Go ahead and move Angelini up to our overall race leader right now. And it's almost looking like Lanier and Cates were side by side going into turn number 1. We are all jumbled up here now.
Yeah, I'm thinking Jisoo Kim was also in that.
Yeah, Jisoo Kim just actually kicked up dust coming out. So here we go. The number 6 and the number 27 are on their way to you with a new race leader, Jordan.
It's the number 6, Angelini, in the lead with 27 and 21 behind him. And Kim trying to make a run into 4th place as he's got to get around Lerner as they come through the technical section, Kevin.
As they head down through, you got Angelini leading Phillips, who is leading Cates, who is leading Lerner with Jisoo Kim. He is still on the prowl and in the hunt as they come down through 7. He's only about a car and a half length behind in 5th place. The rest of them stabilize as they head up over through the hill. You got Angelini, Phillips, Cates, Lanier, Kim in 5th, heading under the bridge. Over to you, Tim.
All right, this time around, these guys will have 13 laps to go when they cross the start-finish line here. Let's see how we're doing here. Yep, Jisoo Kim has made his move. It's looking like Jeffrey Lanier was going to try and go out around Brian Cates, but that didn't work out well. Back up front, Angelini's being pushed by Phillips going down the front stretch here. Lanier taking a look there, tucks it right back in. That was a good tuck in because Jisoo Kim was right there also with our top 5. All right, coming out of turn number 2, and we are side by side in the back between Lanier and Jisoo Kim. Actually, that's Brian Cates, so we're all jumbled up here. Angelini, Phillips, and Lanier on the way to you, Jordan.
Angelini leading going by me. 27 Phillips was looking to make a little move on the outside. He couldn't make it. Kim, he's going to get pushed a little bit out to the inside line coming in to turn 5 as they're starting to get a little bunched up, and they're going to slow down a bit coming around this turn here, Kevin.
It is Jisoo Kim who has made the pass. I just can't tell who he made it by. He is now in 4th. Your leader is the 6th, Angelini. The 27th of Phillips. The 21 of Cates put number 11, Jisoo Kim, into 4th. Here comes my late race charge with Jisoo Kim. Tim, to you.
All right, the number 69 of Daryl Stein made a little boo-boo down here at turn number 1. He was running 8th. You're going to have to drop him back a couple spots next time around. We're out front right now. Angelini and Phillips making their way down through the straight stretch here. Peter Phillips is going to go side by side with Angelini going into turn number 1. It does not stick at this point in time, but our top 4, they are just gunning for each other right now. And it's looking like Lanier and Jisoo Kim are going to try and go side by side. Note Kim tucking it back in. Peter Phillips on the middle of the track. Angelini is running nice and strong with a car length separating Angelini and Phillips. Jordan?
Angelini and Phillips still 1-2, and Kim trying to make a run, and he might try to do it here. And 7, and it's just on the back bumper of Lanier trying to get that 3rd spot, Kevin.
As they come down through 5, they're nose to tail. Throw a blanket over them and let's all get warm because it would be. They are that close as they come out of 7. Coming down through 7, it is Angelini, Phillips, Lanier, and Kim. They are about a car length apart for each other as they head up over the bridge. Looks like Phillips gains about a half a car length going under the bridge over Lanier, and they are over into 10. Tim?
Nose to tail with Angelini and Phillips coming out of turn number 10. Go back about 2 car lengths between Phillips and Lanier there. And the 27 of Peter Phillips is going to sneak out there. I think he just trying to get
himself back in.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get a little bit of air right now in their in themselves, in their motors, and what have you, and trying to keep stuff cool right now because they keep ducking out and then tucking it right back in. Either that or the line was not what they were looking for. So our top 4, actually our top 5 is compressed very nicely coming through. It's Angelini, Phillips, Lanier, Kim, and Cates in that order. Jordan?
Here they come now. It is still Angelini and Phillips and Lanier. 1, 2, 3. Still at 4 is Jisoo Kim, as they definitely do get bunched up a little bit as they start to come down into 5 and on their way out of 5 into 6, Kevin.
As they come down 5, Phillips took a look inside of Angelini, thought better about it, tucked it back in. But he is right on the gearbox of Angelini as he comes out of 7. He looks driver's side right. He tries to pull off the move going up the hill. He can't quite pull the move off. He tucks back in going under the bridge. You got Angelini, Phillips, Lanier, and Kim heading over to 10.
Alrighty, taking a look at this. Look at our top 5 coming out of here, Jeff. They look pretty nice, all stacked up there. And it's looking like Jisoo Kim is right on the back bumper of 17, which will be definitely Lanier making their... Oh, we are side by side with our top 4 going down in the front stretch. GC Angelini and Phillips side by side. Lanier, Kim side by side, still side by side.
We'll have to see that.
Yeah,
on the back
we're going to have to
side,
figure this out because
that was pretty, but wow.
We're still side by side looking like Phillips and Lanier, but the 6 of GC Angelini, no, I'm sorry, the 27 of Peter Phillips is out front, Jordan.
Yeah, it's number 27, Phillips. He's out front. He's got about 3 cars in front, between him, 3 car lengths in between him and Angelini. As they do tighten up a little bit, did they break coming into and out of 5, Kevin?
As they come down through 5, it looks as if Cates is trying to make a move under Kim. He doesn't make it stick, but you're right, the new leader, Phillips, 27. He's got about a 7.5, 8 car length lead over Angelini. Then you have Lanier. Kim, he's still trying to close the gap as it goes under the bridge, heading over to 10. Tim?
All right, taking a look here. They're going to have a slower car to deal with here momentarily. I'm not sure if it's going to be this lap or down in the technical section, but right now, Peter Phillips has pulled away a good distance right now. I'd say about a good 7 car lengths, but there goes Angelini with Lanier right on his back bumper, pushing him down into the braking zone of turn number 1. Everybody else is pretty much a car length separating them between Angelini, Lanier, and Jisoo Kim. But Peter Phillips, he has got a substantial lead, about 7, 8 car lengths right now, but he is behind a slower car as he is on his way to you, Jordan.
Here they come now, and it is Phillips. He's passing some lap traffic as he's got probably about 5 cars still between him and Angelini and Lanier right on his bumper, and then it's pretty orderly as they come out of 5 or come out of 4 into 5, Kevin.
As they head down through 5, you got your Phillips, who cut the best lap at a 120.961, fastest lap. He's extending his lead as he moves through. Then you have a battle between GC Angelini, Lanier, and Kim. That's still, throw a blanket over them, we'll get warm and have a fire as they head underneath the bridge, heading over to 10. Tim?
All right, taking a look at what we got coming out. Oh, wow, did you see that, Jeff?
That was control.
All right,
Holy
the 27
cow.
of Peter Phillips, sideways coming out of turn number 10, sideways for a split second, able to keep it under control, but keeping it on the track. Didn't lose any position because he's still got about a 5-6 car length difference between him and Angelini.
Yeah,
great
we can't
control.
be at the beach. We got to leave those fishtails elsewhere.
Yep, that was great control that he had of that car. I know I would have been a little bit of scared.
I'd have cried.
Yeah, well, I've been a little scared myself. All right, the 27 is on his way to you, Jordan.
And here he comes out of 3 on his way to 4. It is Phillips with about 4 cars length in between him and Angelini, and about 1 car separating Angelini, Lerner, and Kim, Kevin.
As they come down through, obviously Phillips is a master at his craft. If he held on to it the way you called it over in turn 1, it's still Angelini, Lerner, and Kim following behind. That's still throw a blanket. There are only about 6 car lengths between the 3 of them as they move through me over into 8, heading up the hill over into 9. We got 8 laps to go. That battle is going to be the battle for second, third. Over to you, Tim.
All right, I believe I have the 69 car pulling onto the pit road right now. And back out front, here comes Peter Phillips in that 27. He is making his way down into the start-finish line. And taking a look on back here, Brian Cates coming across. And Sam Schechter, he was taking a little too wide there on turn number 10, able to keep it under control, kept a skiff of dust down there. Back up front, it's looking like Lanier wants to try and make a move here also. He went out, almost went side by side, but tucked it right back in behind GC Angelini. So still out front with about a 4-car length lead. The number 27 of Phillips is on the way to you, Jordan.
And he's on his way out of 3, on his way to 4. He does look like he's calm and collected, driving that car as it's still Angelini and Lanier and Kim. 2, 3, and 4, Kevin.
As they come down through, Phillips maintains the fact that he's got about a 4.5 car length lead. The battle is between Angelini, Lanier, and Kim. They still maintain about a car and a half length lead between the 3 of them as they come down out of 7. As they come into 7, heading into 8. 3 different lines between the 6, 7, and the 11. Everybody trying to gain an advantage as they head under the bridge. They still follow suit. Over to you, Jim.
All right, waiting for them to come out, and there they are, coming out of turn number 10 right now. Peter Phillips still out front in that 27. Brian Cates falling back a little bit this time around as he is making his way through. So our top 5, Phillips, Angelini, Lanier, Kim, and Cates. Peter Phillips just turned a 120.954. Angelini just turned a 120.964. Jeffrey Lanier a 120.952. Those are some of the fastest laps for these guys this time around. With just under 6 to go, our leader is on the way to you, Jordan.
Here he comes now out of 3. It's still Phillips in front, and Lanier trying to make a little bit of a move here on Angelini. It's going to get interesting as they come through 6A and B, Kevin.
As they come down towards me, Tim, you stole my thunder. That was the 3 fastest laps of the whole race. That 129.5, 129.6, 129.52. That's the leaders coming through as they come out of 7, heading up over into 8. As the front of the pack starts to tighten up a little bit, heading over towards 9, underneath the bridge, should be coming over to you. You have the leaders, Tim.
Alrighty, I was looking at the 25 car. I just happened to look up. It almost looked like his mirror from his side. The mirror part.
Trouble! I got a car off the road. Hang on 1 minute. Trouble over in 5.
You
that
got
looks like the 5 car. He has continued along the way over into 6. Back to you, Tim. Call the leaders.
Alrighty, they are going into turn number 1 right now, and I believe Jisoo Kim just overtook Lerner.
Yeah, he's in the 3 spot.
All
this is
right.
the time to do it. If
Yes.
you're going to make moves, you should do it now.
We got less than 5 to go, so our new top 4 is Peter Phillips, Angelini, Jisoo Kim, and Lerner on the way to you, Jordan.
And here they come now. It's still Phillips in the lead with Angelini and Kim in 3rd. Lanier not too far behind in 4th, probably about 2 cars between him and Kim, but Kim, he's got a lot of speed coming through 4 and through 5, Kevin.
Heading down into 5, Jisoo Kim, who I called as my favorite pick. He laid back. He looks like he's got a late race charge in him. As he comes through 7, he closes the gap over top of the 6 car of Angelini. He's now about half car length behind the gearbox as he crests the hill, heading underneath the bridge. Over to you, Tim.
All right, keeping an eye out for them, Kevin, as they're coming out of turn number 10. They're going to have some slower cars to deal with once they get around, probably 1 or 2 more laps. That might not be good for Phillips or Angelini, but good for everybody else. Jisoo Kim making his move right now, side by side with GC Angelini, going into the braking zone, and
he's in the second spot.
He makes it around Angelini. So our top three is Phillips, Jisoo Kim, and GC Angelini. Does that stick coming out? Actually, I think Jisoo Kim just moved himself up to second. Yep, Jisoo Kim in second right now. Jordan?
It is Jisoo Kim in second. Peter Phillips still leading this race, but if it keeps going like it has, and as quick as Jisoo Kim has made these laps go by here in these last few, it might get pretty interesting here towards the end, Kevin.
You got Phillips and Jisoo Kim. Jisoo Kim has driven a masterful race. He's about 7 car lengths back. He's made the pass into second place as he comes through 7 and 8 as he heads up the hill. Now let's see, with 4 laps to go, does he have enough to catch your race leader of Peter Phillips? As they head under the bridge, there's about 8 car lengths between the two. Heading over to you, Tim.
All right, got my eyes on them coming out of turn number 10. It's looking like Peter Phillips coming up on the slower car here. Peter Phillips going to go back about 10 car lengths. Jisoo Kim, and then right behind Kim is Angelini. These two are going to be duking out here before long for that second position.
And there it goes.
There it goes. GC Angelini going side by side and is able to overtake Jisoo Kim. So they just leapfrogged back around as Peter Phillips, GC Angelini, and Jisoo Kim as our top three right now as they're making their way through some slower traffic. And over to you, Jordan.
It's still Phillips in the lead as they are passing this lap traffic slowly but surely, but Phillips is taking advantage of it as it looks like Angelini was held up a good bit by that lap traffic and gave Phillips a little bit of time to extend that gap, Kevin.
And as they come down through, that same lap traffic gave Jisoo Kim enough room to get back around Angelini as he heads into 6A, heading into 6B. Let me sort this out as they come through. You got your race leader, 27, Peter Phillips. Then you have in second, you have Angelini is actually in second with Jisoo Kim about a half car length behind him. That won't last long. Over to you, Tim.
All right, waiting for them to come around, and here they are coming out of turn number 10. About 7 car lengths separates Phillips and Kim Phillips and Angelini going across the start-finish line. Go back about 2 car lengths behind Angelini. That's where Kim is. Let's see what we got going on going into turn number 1. Doesn't look like much is going to be happening this time around. They were spaced out just a little too far from each other, Jeff, this time around. No changes in positions there as our race leader, Peter Phillips, in that 27, still holding about a 10-car length lead over Angelini. Jordan?
It is still the 27 car in the lead, and he has opened that gap up a little bit, but Angelini has been able to almost surpass here from Lanier as he's trying to go on the inside of Kim coming into turn 4, and he made the pass, Kevin.
As they come down out of 5, he completed. Oh, Jisoo Kim spins out in 5. He's stuck on the inside of 5. He's out. No, he's on the outside of 5. He's trying to right his vehicle. He's trying to get it heading in the right direction. He's off on the side. The leaders go by me. 6 and 17. That's 27, 6, and Jeffrey Lanier. Jisoo Kim rights his car coming through 6. He's got to be shaking his head, thinking I just lost it in one turn as the leaders are heading over towards you. Tim?
All right, that's definitely not the time to be doing it as Peter Phillips has been shown the 1-to-go board, I believe. Yes, they are being shown the 1-to-go board, and Jisoo Kim, that is a shame there with that. So our top 4, Peter Phillips out front, GC Angelini, Jeffrey Lerner, and Sam Schlechter in that 55. Jordan?
And it's a shame about Kim getting spinning out a little bit there, coming through 5 and towards the end of 6. He was running a heck of a race as now the leader, Peter Phillips, is making his way past me as he was clean out of 3. He looks like he's going to have a clean line into turn 4, and still Angelini and Lanier 1, 2, and 3. Kevin?
Phillips, Angelini, Lanier, Schechter, and Cates. I feel so bad for Jisoo Kim. I don't know if it was brakes or I don't know if it was he was just ran out of tire, but he lost 3 positions in that spin, but he did a marvelous job of recontrolling himself and putting it back on track and the leaders are over to you in 10. Tim?
All right, getting ready to walk them on around turn number 10 right now. And here it is. 1 second here as we're coming out. Peter Phillips, he is making his way down the straight stretch for one last time. And Peter Phillips is going to take the first position. GC Angelini, Jeffrey Lerner. That is our top three as everybody else is getting ready to go across the straight here. And it is Sam Schechter, Brian Cates, and then the 08 of, I'm sorry, he wasn't in with that, he was a lap down, and the number 11 of Jisoo Kim. That is our top six. So, Jeff, what do you think about this one?
Oh, man, so many ups, so many downs.
I know, it's the Jisoo Kim spinning out.
As we sit here and get excited about certain drivers or certain cars, and you want to root for somebody, but then you have to think everybody's just as good, otherwise they wouldn't be here.
Yep.
And when something, little, minute happens and it throws everybody off their game, oh, man.
One little mistake can cost a lot of, things for you, I guess, is trying
Bravado
to say.
is the word I would use.
All right, Jordan, what did you think about this weekend?
Hey, it was a fun couple of races today, that's for sure. And Kevin, you had a good horse to ride there with Jisoo Kim there in that last one. He still looked like he was fused when he was coming by me here, kind of on this recovery lap.
If Jisoo Kim had his head hung and he was crying, he had every right to be, because he ran a masterful race, felt just a little short. He either ran out of brakes or ran out of tires, but he was going to move his way through just as I expected he would. What a wonderful weekend. Gentlemen, I appreciate your patronage this weekend. What a great time. We will see you next time. Tim?
All right, I am Slim Tim along with Jeff Vilkus up here in the tower. Jordan out at turn number 3 for yesterday and today. And down at turn 8 was Kevin O'Rourke. Until next time, this is the Performance Motorsports Network.